Major health scare for Bob Harper, the Biggest Loser star and fitness guru, revealing he suffered a massive heart attack while working out at the gym. ABC's Jesse Palmer is here, has much more on all that. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Robin. That's right. The heart attack happened while Harper was working out earlier this month, and it was so serious it left him unconscious for 2 days.
Dr. Ryan Stanton, of course, is in the studio to talk about how we can prevent a heart attack, I should say. Now, he's 52. Okay, how is it possible someone so fit to have a heart attack when it's, you know, no one thinks about this?
Well, there's a lot of factors that go into this. Let's put the numbers in there. So from age 40 to 55, 3% of men and 2% of women will have a heart attack. So you think about 1 in about 33 men are going to have one during that time frame. So this is age 50 for us in emergency medicine is when we really start to consider it. And his mother died of a heart attack at age 70.
Right.
May have had disease earlier. Also, even though he exercises, he's fit, he was a vegan for a while, so he ate very well. He still has risk factors, the family history being the biggest one. You can't escape family, and then also other factors may have been in there. Maybe exposure. He grew up on a farm in Tennessee, so maybe there were exposures there that increased that risk. A lot of that initial damage is done as we are children, and a lot of those plaques start to build up. Now the question is whether this really was a heart attack from occlusive disease, or it sounds like from the reports a physician applied an AED and defibrillated him, which means it would be an arrhythmia.
Right.
Ventricular fibrillation, one of those, or ventricular tachycardia that made him pass out. And so then an arrhythmia is a totally different issue. Whether there is blockage, I know from seeing his Instagram photo afterwards that he did not have an open heart procedure, so he could have had a stent placed.
Okay.
But it may have been more of an arrhythmia-based issue, so a lot of it depends on the details that we're not getting right now.
Well, Dr. Stanton, talk to us, because it does seem like he's pretty young, and given those percentages, and he was healthy. Are there any symptoms that can give you clues that you may be approaching an event like that?
Well, people that were around him said that for a while, a month and a half, he was feeling a little bit down, a little bit different, not right. And that's what a lot of people will report. They'll say, I'm just more tired. I get short of breath, especially walking up steps. I'm not able to do the stuff I typically am able to do. Not everybody has the typical crushing elephant sitting on my chest pain, especially women and especially people with other medical conditions. And so anytime there's symptoms, especially if associated with activity, you need to get that checked out.
And, you know, there's a lot of conversation out there with some of the signs. So we have a tingling arm. Is that correct?
It tends to be, in the traditional, it's elephant sitting on the chest with aching pain down the arm and up into the neck and jaw.
Okay.
Traditional.
Traditional, but you could just be what you were talking about, not having a major heart attack, maybe having the arrhythmia. Is that correct? Did I say that correctly?
Well, the arrhythmia is
that the same
separate.
sort of signs?
Well, they can be very, usually with the arrhythmia, it's lightheadedness, feeling you're going to pass out, and a palpitation or racing heart sensation in the chest. So it's very
heavy
different.
breathing?
Yes, it can't. Well, you're going to be panicked because you're going to feel like, because the heart works so fast, it becomes inefficient, meaning it doesn't fill up with blood. And so even though it's beating 180, 200 times a minute, it's not actually pushing out more blood, it's pushing out less. And the arteries of the heart get their blood when the heart is resting and expanding. Meaning it has to have time to rest for that blood to get in there and provide the oxygen to the heart.
Makes sense.
So it actually is working against itself as it's beating that fast.
Well, Dr. Stanton, people who see this and then you're scared, and especially since it happened, they say, while he was working out at the gym, and sometimes you don't know that line of when you're pushing it too hard, when you should stop.
Good question.
Do you have any tips for people to know how to be safe in the gym?
Well, first and foremost, if you want to start working out, you need to get checked by your doctor first, especially if you're over age about 40 or so.
Okay.
Secondary, if you start to have symptoms, you need to back off, especially if the symptoms are new. Chest pain, lightheadedness, things like that, back off. Go get checked out.
Okay.
And just understand, one research study on arrhythmias found that about 5% of those occur during exercise because we are straining the heart. We're making it use more oxygen. But it does not mean, and I want everybody to pay attention, does not mean we shouldn't be exercising.
Okay.
We want to make sure that everybody's out there, exercise, eat right, stay healthy.
Well, Dr. Ryan Stanton, MD, you are amazing. We really appreciate that you've come back in.
Thank you.
And we're going to keep bringing you in when we hear things like this to give all our viewers some great information. Of course, you can watch Dr. Stanton this Saturday, March 4th at 7 a.m. on ABC 36. There's your Facebook page, Twitter, and also website. We appreciate it. Hey, stick with it.